This just in. A bombshell just dropped. And if you're a Vikings fan, you need to hear this. But before we dive into this breaking news, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because you do not want to miss out on the latest updates that could change the future of the Minnesota Vikings. Alright, let's get into it. The NFL world is in full draft mode. The Senior Bowl is happening. The Scouting Combine is just around the corner. And new mock drafts are flooding the internet every single day. But here's the thing, those mock drafts, they might be completely wrong when it comes to the Vikings. Right now, most projections have Minnesota holding the 24th overall pick, usually selecting a defensive tackle, offensive lineman, or defensive back. Sounds straightforward, right? Well, hold on, because the reality might be something completely different. All signs are pointing to one thing. The Vikings might not be making this pick at all. That's right. A trade down seems almost inevitable for GM Kwesi Adofo-Mensah. Why? Because Minnesota is desperate for more draft capital. As it stands, the Vikings have just 4 picks, 1 first-rounder, a late third-round compensatory pick, and 2 fifth-rounders. That's the lowest draft capital in the entire league, and for a team that needs serious reinforcements, that's a huge problem. Now, here's where things get really interesting. This year's draft class is considered deep, especially in the second and third rounds, where Minnesota has no picks. That means moving back from number 24 to acquire more top 100 selections isn't just possible. It's highly likely. Just look at last year. The Vikings traded up from number 23 to number 17, costing them a third-rounder, a fourth-rounder, and a fifth-rounder. That's a heavy price to pay, and now they need to recover. History also tells us teams are willing to overpay to move up in the first round. In 2022, the Chiefs jumped from number 21 to number 29 and got an extra third and fourth rounder in the process. That kind of deal could be exactly what Minnesota needs to restock their draft assets and address multiple positions. Of course, there's a catch. If a true game-changer falls to number 24, someone like Kyle Hamilton or Trent McDuffie, who the Vikings passed on in 2022, they might have to pull the trigger. But if that superstar talent isn't there, moving back is simply the smartest move. So what do you think? Should the Vikings trade down and stockpile picks? Or should they stay at 24 and take the best player available? Let us know in the comments below. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because this draft season is just getting started, and you won't want to miss a single update. Skol!